Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. And yes, it's What a Week It Was Wednesday. Yes, it was a week. It was a week. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. You like, leave a comment. You don't like, leave a constructive comment. I mean, long constructive. Something besides you suck, I don't like you, or just spelling out the N word. Yeah. If you can't do that, then you ain't got nothing good to say. At least practice the other rule. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. But we are here. It is What a Week It Was Wednesday. First week of college football. Yeah. What else? What else we had going on this weekend? Oh, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Comic books dropped off today and everything like that. Definitely looking forward to that. Let me see. We had Absolute Green Lantern. Right. We had Avengers issue 30. Right. So we had a Black Panther sighting. Yeah. Some pretty good stuff going on this week and everything like that. And we're gonna get off into it. We got two. That's a crew. We can make it do what it's gonna do. Let's go ahead, and I don't necessarily know who they pulled up and everything like that. Might just have tuned in and everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and go over what tonight's topics are. I think we got a great show. We are definitely in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Grand Madam Tarot and Big Javon Bliss is in the building. Yeah. We're in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Yeah. So we gonna get it. Me and Daryl, my brother D Real, we talked about this last night on our NFL kickoff show and everything like that. Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis, but they are former NFL players, but this is an entertainment channel. Well, at least What a Week It Was Wednesday is an entertainment show. And Shannon Sharp, Ray Smith, Ray, we're going to come back and talk about it. College football is back. Takeaways from week 1. Yeah, we're going to get into it. If we talk about this good enough, Grand Madam is going to want to have a beer. She is. Collegiate Legends, my childhood revisited. Hey, y'all want to do no sponsorship deal? It's football season. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Y'all, Collegiate Legends, you don't want to do a sponsorship deal? Comparing the hype, staying right there in college football. Sanders doesn't equal Manning, does it? Manning doesn't equal Sanders. Yeah, we're going to get into it. Comics this week, already alluded to. Absolute Green Lantern 6 and Avengers 30. We're going to talk about that. Anti-Vibranium. Or is it anti-metal? The game changer. Yeah. If you're not going to educate folks, stop trying to be the smartest person in the room. This ain't why this is not a chest thumping contest. We're going to get into it. And why you need to know stuff like that about what anti-vibranium or anti-metal does. One upmanship in Nerdom. That's a real thing. That's you on that level. I had no idea. Anyway, Black Native Americans. That's gonna be a teachable moment. Yeah, that's gonna be a teachable moment. And you either gonna be taught or you gonna keep practicing cognitive dissonance. It is. But what I would like for us to do is we can feel however we want to feel, but your feelings should never take over for knowledge. You can feel how you want to feel about certain stuff, but knowledge should always take precedent. Because if not, then you're just ruled by feelings, and that's detrimental. We're gonna talk about it. The fallacy of Teacher Bay and her clothing. Shout out to my daughter that's going to law school. We're gonna get into it. Relationship content providers. There's quite a few of them out there. Where the fuck they mates be at? And I said Phuq. Fuck. Where the fuck they mates be at? Because we never see them. Yeah, we're gonna get into all that and everything like that. But before we do, if y'all haven't already done so, hit that like button so you don't forget. Hit that like button. Greet one another if you haven't already done so, because we don't want to be rude. We don't want to do that. Share the video with some of your friends who ain't doing nothing this evening except doing nothing. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun this evening. We're gonna get down on it. Come on in. If you really want it, you gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. We got Javon Bliss in the building. Now I tell him, he who says I like to ask tough questions. We gonna jump all off into this thing. I see y'all pulled up. Y'all have greeted one another. We got 8. Makes me feel great. We're gonna make it do what it's gonna do. First topic. Friends, teammates, co-workers, classmates, beefing on social media. What are we doing? The reason why we're starting off the show with this segment tonight, Grand Madam Tarot knows this because she is right up there in that area. Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis used to be on the same football team, the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. Now, Shannon has a podcast. Proud of Shannon. I like it. He was able to land on his feet after Skip Bayless. And I don't know. You know what I don't understand? I don't know why people who had such an issue with what Skip said to Shannon and how he said it. I don't know how those people entertain Skip. Like what Skip said to Shannon, and he still low-key ain't made that right. I don't know how I'm allowing Skip Bayless in my space. That said, that ain't what this video is about, nor this topic. This topic is about Ray Lewis and Shannon Sharp, former teammates on the Baltimore Ravens. Shannon Sharp has his podcast, right. Club Shay Shay. Shannon, we waiting on an invite. You got a lot of people. You be inviting people on your show that be talking about stuff they don't know nothing about. You ain't had one comic book expert on your show yet. You ain't, contrary to who you had on your show, you ain't had a knowledgeable Black Panther person, fan on your show yet. But you seem to keep letting folks on your show who have so much to say about said character. Not gonna do that. Yeah, invite your boy on your show. But anyway, Ray Lewis has a problem with the content of Shannon's show. That's perfectly fine. He's got a right to. But on his own podcast, see how we doing this? On his own podcast, he criticizes Shannon Sharp's content. It's gossipy drama. Ray, why you didn't pick up the phone? And if you did pick up the phone and you and Shannon came to a point where as two grown men, you were going to agree to disagree, why is that a talking point? You go all the way back to the Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James fiasco. Pick up the phone. What is all this? Y'all know each other. You keep bragging about the relationships you have that extend past the locker room and everything like that. But see, when there's money involved, y'all don't know how to keep those same lines of communication open. Oh no, we want to go to those that either A, don't know, and or B, don't care. We're literally telling folks that don't know and don't care about our personal affairs just for clicks and likes. See how I'm saying that? And I ain't drug up either person's past issues. You ain't got to. Y'all two grown-ass men. You two grown-ass men. Shannon, I like you, big dog. I would have liked for your response to have been via phone call. If Ray don't know, clearly, we I guess as we get older, we lose some stuff. If Ray don't know, you're supposed to know. Everything can't be for entertainment. Everything can't be for entertainment. It shouldn't be. There should be some maturity in there, some teachable moments in there, and everything. Somebody got to want to do it. Somebody got to want to do it. But Ray, without talking about past issues, you missed this moment. You missed this moment. You missed this moment, and you didn't have to. We're gonna keep the party rolling though. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as we make sure we keep greeting one another and everything like that. Thank y'all so much. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all chose to pull up here. The Kamoyo King, president of the Black Panther fan group, is in the building. Black Call has pulled up. He says, "What are your thoughts on T'Challa being in Marvel Zombie show?" No T'Challa, no dollar. And let me just go ahead and say that right now, because I know folks are gonna be asking. No T'Challa, no dollar. Don't give a damn about no animated show. Me and Daryl just talked about this last night because we knew folks was gonna ask us. No T'Challa, no dollar. He came back and said he's recasting T'Challa. And until I get the dude with the sports coat and the baseball cap to walk to the stage, same energy, until he say that they're recasting the role, live action, no T'Challa, no dollar was my starting ending statement. I don't care about Marvel Zombies. I don't care. No T'Challa, no dollar. You're going to bring him back, come to the stage with that equal energy, make a statement saying something along the lines of, I realized how dumb I was, or how premature it was, or how foolish it was to listen to folks in regards to not recasting our #1 black superhero. Thus, we will be recasting T'Challa as a matter, not Toussaint, not TJ, no. 1999 T'Challa. And if I'm really gonna own it, since we got a bio being coming out from Words and Pictures, thank y'all so much for that. Since we have a Chadwick Boseman movie bio, let me tell you what else I demand from the MCU before I continue. I need the Wakandan helicarrier called the Boseman going forward in the MCU, whether they reboot or not. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. What's going on, King Cam? Non-negotiable. Those are my terms. Those are my terms. Because we got Wakanda at the house. We got Marvel at the house. And I can create as many zombies as I want to at the house. But you know what else we got at the house? T'Challa. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Let me keep up with these notes, though. Everybody else can do what they want to do. But that's where we at with it. Moving right along. College football is back. Takeaways from week 1. Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you see it? Did you get some? Oh, man. Defense came back. Physicality in college football came. Had quite a few games, right? Nobody scored 20 points. One of those games was actually Ohio State and Texas. Arch Manning was in that game. Now, I'm not going to act like I didn't see the hype around him. No, Georgia recruited Arch Manning. He chose Texas. I think I know why now. He chose Texas. I've seen Arch Manning play. If you're a football fan, you watch football, you can tell when somebody got the it factor and when they don't have the it factor, regardless of what their name is. Regardless of what their name is. There are some players you watch and just, as soon as they touch the field, you're like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's him. I watched Arch Manning play football. What is this, his 3rd year in Texas? I get it. But I don't need folks to tell me he came from a 2A school in Louisiana. They have, though, and nobody said that when he was getting recruited. Let's think about that for a second. Nobody talked about the fact he came from a private school. He was only playing 2A competition. No, he was all that in the bag of chips. I played in a AA school. You don't normally get recruited to major programs playing in a 2A school. That ain't how that works. That's not how that works. And I played at a 2A public school that was 3A the year before. Yeah. Marion Butts. Yeah, that name might ring a bell. James Jackson. Yeah, that name might ring a bell. Them names might ring a bell because they went on from the 3A schools, Worth County, Cairo, Mitchell Baker, played major college football, wound up in the inner. Anyway, so I'm looking at all this. Arch Manning has never blown me away. I ain't ever looked at Arch Manning and said, "Ooh, Lord, he strikes me with fear." Like, that ain't what that was. I've seen Arch Manning. If you might not be a Georgia Bulldog fan, but you looked at Gunnar Stockton in the SEC championship game when Carson Beck couldn't go and almost got lit up. You looked at Gunnar, you was like, you was impressed. You like, hey, if nothing else, he don't mind getting his nose dirty. If you watch Gunnar Stockton play, yes, I know they didn't Marshall. We don't need to act like that. Randy Moss did go to that school. Gunnar Stockton reminded me, any of us that watch, especially with Georgia football fan, Stetson Bennett. Who does Arch Manning remind you of? Now, mind you, Stetson Bennett has won 2 national championships. So we don't act like that's a bad thing. He reminded us of Stetson Bennett. Who does Arch Manning? He don't even remind you of his uncle. Either one of them. He don't remind you of Peyton. He don't remind you of Eli. He don't. If you saw Archie play, he don't remind you of Archie. He don't. Am I saying that's a bad thing? Am I saying that's a good thing? I'm not saying none of that. I know the 3 of them went to the NFL. I know the 3 of them got drafted. I know 2 of them were able to call their own shot. I'm just saying. I don't know about the hype. I don't know. Because for there to be hype, I would have had to have seen something on film for me to be hype about. I have, as of yet, to see anything that I need to be hype about in regards to. I feel the same way about Arch Manning that I feel about Quentin Heward. When folks was talking about Quentin Heward, I was like this. I done heard folks say so much about Steve Sarkisian. Oh, he's an offense coordinator. Oh, he's a quarterback whisperer. I'm just like this. I'm not knocking them. Texas had a favorable schedule last year. They first year in the SEC. They did. Y'all watched that game when Georgia played Texas in Texas. You saw quite a few penalties being called on Georgia. Ironically enough, Arch Manning played in that game. Did he do anything? No, he did not. Neither did Carson Beck. Shout out to Carson Beck. Congratulations on the bounce back in Miami. But all I'm saying is, when it comes to Arch Manning, I don't know what I was supposed to be getting excited about, other than the fact that he was getting ready to play college football and his last name is Manning. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I'll start watching college football again. I'm not happy with the NFL. Lamar was talking weird at the press conference today. Oh, we got to get into that then. You might have to send me a link to that, Grand Madam. I got to get it. I got to get up on that. Had no idea. Of course, I'm not a Raven fan. I'm not a Raven fan. I don't keep up with them, so I'm not knocking the Ravens. Grand Madam just knows more than I do. That's her squad. So I'm gonna lean on Grand Madam in regards to that. Also, what else did we get out of college football? Alabama. Shout out to Jermaine, run the ball. Want to make sure I run the ball. I want to make sure I get these folks, because we got Kangaroo Jack. I want to make sure I give everybody their names and everything like that. Funny man Jermaine, Matt be great. Y'all didn't mention my Georgia Bulldogs this weekend. I get it, I understand. But you know, one of the things that we do when we put this hat on and everything like that, and we call ourselves when we talk about sports, we're gonna have to talk about sometimes when our team lose. I don't consider Georgia to be a rivalry with Alabama. Neither one of y'all mentioned our win over Marshall. Neither one of y'all. That said, Alabama lost to Florida State. And it's been a long time since I've seen Alabama lose like that. Like, I've seen Alabama lose. We've seen Alabama lose in the national championship game. Nick Saban as the coach. We've seen Alabama be in some tough games. Yeah, they played South Florida a couple of years. Was it last year? No, year before last. Struggle. Right. I ain't never seen them. No, well, I ain't gonna say never. I'm just gonna say it's been a long time. 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 They didn't just lose. It was the way they lost. They talking about players jogging during plays. This would be year 2. Removed from Nick Saban. This would be year 2. But if year 2 is a signal to what's to come in Alabama, because I don't know where you go. That's the whole thing. I do not know where you go to recruit to get another Nick Saban. The closest thing to Nick Saban in college football right now is in Georgia. I'm not saying that because he at Georgia. No, that dude act like Nick Saban. That's why I'm so glad to get it. That dude act like Nick Saban. Before him, maybe Urban Meyer, who don't coach football anymore. But Nick Sabans don't just fall off trees. They don't. So now I'm, because you got Ryan Day, you got Kirby Smart. What other coaches are we talking about in college football right now? And when I say talking about them, like they got their stuff together. No, we're not talking about Dan Lanning. He just got to Oregon. He just got to Oregon. Brian Kelly, they just won their first game of the season in quite some time. So no, we're not talking about it. Who else out there for Alabama to go get? And let's be clear, Nick Saban won a national championship with LSU before he even got to Alabama. Went to the pros, did a stint with the Dolphins, came back. So they don't just fall off trees. This ain't me as a Georgia fan wishing doom and gloom on Alabama. What I'm saying is, it's been a minute since I've seen Alabama play football the way they played on Saturday. I'm not talking about FSU. Yeah, FSU did what they were supposed to do. FSU played a physical brand of football we ain't seen since hell, since the Peter Ward days. We can say that since the Ward done that. We ain't seen it like that since then. So FSU did their thing, but Alabama, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. So if you are a Crimson Tide fan, I get it. You don't feel like Kellen DeBoer is the answer. I don't think the answer is out there. Or if it is out there, it's at Georgia, and he ain't leaving. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Keeping the party rolling. We're going to keep up with these comments and everything like that, because I don't want to be a rude host. If you have not hit that like button, though, could you hit that like button? Please. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Let me keep up with these notes. King Cab, Lamar's talking about it being too soon to think about the Super Bowl. Is that not the goal? I like that. Grand Madam says Lamar's talking about it's too soon to be talking about the Super Bowl. I think while the Super Bowl is the end all say all, right. That's what Super Bowl or bust. I think Lamar is tempering the expectations of Ravens fans. Now, I don't know why he would do that unless he's taking into consideration how Baltimore has stumbled in previous playoffs and everything like that. So he might be doing that. But you said weird, and I get it. It is awfully soon to be talking about a Super Bowl because you got to get to the playoffs first. I feel your concerns, though, Grandman. I do. I don't know why he got asked the question, and I don't think he knew how to respond to it. The Super Bowl is always the end goal. That's what that is. Is it too soon to be talking about a Super Bowl? To think about a Super Bowl? I understand what he's trying to say, because they ain't even played the first game yet. But that's the goal. So the thought of the Super Bowl never goes away. I wouldn't think. Week 1, you're trying to win that game to get to the Super Bowl. Week 2, same thing. The Super Bowl, I think he said what he didn't mean. I don't think he knew how to say what he meant. I think he did a poor job of expressing his feelings. I'm gonna err on the better side of caution. That's what I'm gonna do. But I appreciate Grand Madam Taro. See how we got that? We got affiliates in every NFL city. We got King Cam. But do we need to take it 1 week at a time? By the way, I love college football. Go Ravens. Yeah, listen. No, I mean, like, we played this game. We played this game. And what was from the first day of practice, we were talking about playing for the championship. It ain't like that's the mindset. So, like I said, I think it's one of those things where I think he knew what he wanted to say. I think he didn't do a great job of expressing it. I understand the sentiment. It's one game at a time. You got to put your left foot. You got to put one foot in front of the other first. I get it. But the end goal is the same for all 32 teams. It's the Super Bowl. So I don't know if it's ever too soon to talk or think about a Super Bowl. We can talk about it. I'm not talking about necessarily guaranteeing I'm going to play for it, but we can definitely talk about it. So, like I said, I just think he didn't necessarily know how to express himself on that regard. Moving right along, if you're an Alabama fan, like I said, Nick Sabans don't fall out of trees. They just don't. And I'm only looking at three head coaches right now that could, and they're not Nick Saban. But the closest one is Kirby. After that, we would have Ryan Day. After that, we would have Dan Lanning. And when I say that, I'm talking about coaches who don't take no mess. So that's what we're looking at. Collegiate legends. Yes. We need that sponsorship deal, big dog. I need all the SEC teams. I need all. If you have not seen, shout out to Collegiate Legends. The action figures look beautiful. Some of the players have NIL deals. So you'll be able to see their names on the back of said action figure. Other than that, the action figures just have the team's name on the back of. Georgia Bulldog has Bulldog. Those are some beautiful action figures. double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. Oh Lord Jesus, have mercy. Fix it, God, fixit.com. I'm ordering my Georgia Bulldog tonight. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. My brother Daryl was trying to tell me how to put the pictures up there and everything. CollegiateLegends.com. Comes with the Rydell helmet, the bumper, the face mask, the visor, extra hands, football. I don't know if those that remember the O.J. Simpson football action figure from back in the day, 1975. I know. I'm talking about the action figure. I'm talking about the action figure. I'm just talking about the action figure. Just bringing it back. Who else remembers? Because I just thought about it. Tell me it ain't just me. It ain't just me. Who remembers Sears? Sears. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. The Sears Christmas catalog. Y'all remember when they used to sell the NFL action figures? Theo, what you doing? I just thought about what it would be like to have me 11 Georgia Bulldogs facing off against no. Say with Theo, why? I don't like the Florida Gators. I would never have 12-0 in my house for the Florida Gators. Let me get 11 Navy midshipmen. We can do that one. That'll do better. We can have 11 Navy midshipmen facing off against 11 Georgia Bulldogs or 11 Army Knights facing off. You're like, why? Because Marine Corps and my grandfather was in the Army. That's why. But I ain't no. But collegiate legends, y'all did that. All y'all did that. Y'all did that. Shout out to Javen Warren, Miami Hurricane fan. Sent him the link. Adolph Toussaint, a brother here in 850, another Hurricane fan. Sent him the link. Nicholas Raines, my brother here in the 850 area, Florida Gator fan. Yes, I sent him the link. Mr. Ray Smith, my brother Daryl, I sent them the links because they're both in the Navy. I sent my brother Kamoyo a link because they got the LSU Tigers. Yeah. We say sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. If you don't know us, grow us. So it ain't, and watch this. If you are, I'm going to mention your name one time tonight, only one time only. Back of the Bus podcast. While they do not have Michigan yet, they do have the Ohio State Buckeyes action figure. I sent that link to Mr. Ray Smith as well. Yep. See? I want everybody. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Yeah. I ain't selfish. I ain't selfish. I want you to be able to get what I got so we can talk about it. Did you get your action figure? Kamoyo says, I remember the juice. Yeah, Sears Rover. Yeah. So yeah, I want everybody to get what they got. Big Cam, I don't know what city you're in. Here's what I would tell you. Here are the action figures that they have. They made me feel good. Grand Madam Tara, thank you so much for sending me that link, Grand Madam. I do see it. I'm gonna go check that out after we get off this live. Let me go on over here and everything. Well, actually, y'all saw it because I actually put it. Wanted to make sure I had that out there. If you're in the live right now, I did share the pictures earlier. You would go over to the community tab and everything like that. I just put it out there as a post. Here are the teams that they have. Oh, I thought I did. You know what? Did I do it as a video? Did I do it as a short? Say, Theo, that's crazy. I be trying to figure out the stuff that I didn't set up here and everything like that. You know what? Here we go. I'm gonna do it like this. So y'all have it. I'm gonna tell you the teams that they got. I'm just gonna go to the website. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Collegiate Legends. You can type that in your search engine, Collegiate Legends action figures, it'll pull it right on up. And here are the teams that we have. We got the Texas A&M Aggies. Yes, if you're in Texas, you got that. We got the Tennessee Volunteers. We got the South Carolina Gamecocks. You got that. You got all that. You got the Penn State Nittany Lions. Yep, you got that. Ohio State Buckeyes. You got the Navy Midshipmen. You got the Miami Hurricanes. You got the LSU Tigers. You got the aforementioned Georgia Bulldogs. You got the Florida Gators. You got the Clemson Tigers. K Klubnik is an NIL, so he does have his name on the back of it. You got the BYU Cougars. You got the Auburn Tigers. You got the Army Knights. And you got the Alabama Crimson Tide. That action figure is currently sold out. So, yeah, King Cam says he's in Texas. That's what's up, King Cam. They got the Texas A&M Aggies. Go make it do what it do. So, yeah, I'm jumping on that tonight. The retail price is $34.99. $34.99. Go get that. Tell them we sent you. Tell them Theo B sent you so they can hopefully get some stuff going on. Tell them Theo B sent you. But yeah, we gonna do that tonight. We gonna do that tonight. We gonna have us. I don't know. I'm going back and forth between getting 2 or 1. Am I getting a Georgia Bulldog? Because you can get in either the white or black action figure, or am I getting 2? Am I getting a Georgia Bulldog and a Navy Midshipman? I just wish the Marine Corps, because we're a Department of the Navy, but I just wish. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Keeping the party rolling. King Cam says he's from Texas. We're going to make sure we do what we need to be doing while we are in here and everything like that. Making sure I'm keeping up with the notes, because I don't want to be a rude host. I don't want to do that. I was taught better than that. Thank you once again, Grand Madam Tarot, for the link. All right. Comparing the hype. We already discussed that. We discussed college football being back. Comics this week, Avengers 30. I didn't see that one coming. Darren might have seen it coming. I didn't see that one coming. A comic book review will be coming up, so I won't drop it. I won't spoil the ending of that particular issue. I didn't see that one coming up. I didn't see that one coming. I did. And if you read the latest issue of Absolute Green Lantern, yes, I spoke on that. Alluded to it in previous issues, how I didn't think everything that we saw was what we saw. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. I won't put it out there. If you have not picked up the comic, go pick it up. If you're not buying the comic, I'll be dropping the comic book review here in the next few days and everything like that. But Avengers 30, Absolute Green Lantern, I think that would be Absolute Green Lantern issue 4, 5, I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I like that. I like that and everything like that. I absolutely do like that. Sam is still rocking the Impossible flight armor that the Impossible City gave him. I don't know if that's going to be his look going forward. Curious about that. Thank you. Hyperion shows back up. Hyperion shows back up. And let me tell you something. If that's what Jed McKay is doing, that's not a bad move. It's not, because while Aurora Place replaces Thor's thunder, she doesn't replace his strength. And they need that. They need that. Like she don't replace that. The thunder abilities, she replaces that. The lightning ability, she got that. But she ain't putting hands on folks like Thor does. Hyperion, and let me just go ahead and say this, Mr. Jed McKay. If Hyperion is getting ready to join the Avengers and you getting ready to have this as a set roster for a little bit, I'm interested in that one. And you say the Impossible City called it. Well, when him and the Impossible City get to be boys like that's all right. That's all right. I'm picking it up. If you have not, we'll be dropping those comic book reviews in the next couple of days and everything like that. But Avengers 30 and Absolute Green Lantern, I believe that's issue 4 or 5. Y'all make sure y'all go cop that. It's very yes, that's it. We said we were reducing our footprints. we said we were reducing our footprints. We went lying when we said that. Nightella said Hyperion is a nice addition, even if it's temporary. Yeah, absolutely. Kamoyo King said the Marine Corps figure has a gun, a knife, and some detect for explosive play. That would be how we would take the field, huh? Fareed Karami is going off on the Avengers. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, my brother D-Real that pulled up in the building. D-Real, what's going on, big bro? What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you for putting it up. Yeah, he's going off. He's going off. And listen, I know this sound like we thirsty. I get it. But hey, Mr. Karami, Miss Eaton, we want y'all back on a Black Panther ongoing monthly series. I know what you're going to say. You got to talk to CB. CB, what we doing? What? Come on, bro, stop. You got a dedicated channel you ain't paying for. You got a built-in fan base. You, to a degree, you acknowledge it, but not. You got built-in money. You got built-in money. We're knowledgeable. All you got, we still buying. We buying Ultimate Black Panther so much that you ain't even gave the writer an end date. You told everybody else they checking out at a certain time, but you told Brian, "Hey, Brian, keep doing what you do." So you see, we coming. You see, we coming. You know the passion, the drive is there. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get that young lady, that young man, a monthly job. Let them have it. I'm guaranteeing you won't lose. You won't lose. You got a hype machine. You ain't even got to pay for it. You see me talking about a Black Panther comic book holding a black. Like, I'm not saying, but between me and my brother Daryl, the Rock With Me Nation, Kamoyo King, T'Challa literally gets free advertisement every time we open up in our damn mouth. No, man. Now, you know how many people I done had ask me about my damn hairstyle? You know the first person they think about? Killmonger. Bruh, come on. See it when it's right there in your face. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. See it when it's right there in your face. Go ahead. Go ahead. But yeah, y'all give it up one time for my brother Daryl. The prophet is in the building. The prophet is in the building. Great Impossible City said, they got it, but I'm calling for backup just in case. Just in case. My dog called too. My dog called. And it sounded like him and Hyperion been keeping up with each other. What's up, dude? What's up, friend? Never mind. You think folks were watching and listening? I ain't saying. I'm just saying, like, man, go ahead and make it do what it's gonna do and everything like that. Y'all know we out here in these streets and everything like that. Start acting like that. Start acting like that. Let me make sure I keep up where we moving on. So we got that comics this week. Avengers 30, Absolute Green Lantern, issue 5, Anti-Vibranium or Anti-Metal, the Game Changer. So what got us on this topic? We talked about the 10th over there on TikTok. Somebody put out a post about the 10th most powerful Black superheroes in comics. DC, Image, Marvel. T'Challa wasn't on the list. I know I ain't the only one seeing that damn list. It's over there on TikTok. I'm like, yeah, Jericho Drum on the list. Not tripping. Adam Bashir on the list. Not tripping. Aurora on the list. Not tripping. Not at all. Nubia on the list. Not tripping. Icon on the list. Not tripping. I'm like, wait, hold on. You say 10. John Stewart was on the list. T'Challa not on the list? So it's one of them things where I'm looking. I know what I know. I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. Static. So I says, if he unsheathes his claws, anti-vibranium, it's going left. Damn if he cuts somebody with them. Just if he unsheathed them, it's going left. Like, I don't. You got iron in your blood. It's a wrap. The fight is over. He unsheathed his claws. You finna start feeling nauseous. You ain't finna feel yourself. You ain't. I can't help the writers don't write it like that. You know more about adamantium poisoning than you do about the anti-metal or anti-vibranium. Well, anyway, I don't remember what I said before. Folks don't think we know. Even we don't think we know. We'll go so far as to even want to make it a pissing contest. They had Cyborg on that list too. We'll go so far as to make it a pissing contest. Well, I mentioned T'Challa. Somebody mentioned Cyborg. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but whether we're talking Cyborg from George Perez or Cyborg from Jeff Johns, what's his primary weapon? The sonic cannon. That's his primary weapon? Cool. What does Vibranium do? You got folks on TikTok that want to belabor the point. I don't know why. You got folks on. It's not an argument. It's not an argument. Then you had a dude want to argue about Victor Stone's apocalyptic technology. Okay. You say apocalyptic technology. Made out of metal? Then he wanted to tell me about the new gods. What can you tell me about the new gods when T'Challa literally has an old god? He wants to tell me about Bash in DC Comics. I'm sorry. Bash in DC Comics is not Bash in Marvel Comics. That ain't the same deity. That ain't the same deity. And watch this. I low-key don't think I get it. I know who Darkseid is. I do. I don't really think he want that though. Especially with Tom. You new God, old gods. I don't. They hold problems over here. They hold problems over here. Anyway, the pissing contest. It's not called anti-vibranium. It's called anti-metal. Well, how did you know what I was talking about? That was a pissing contest because clearly I wasn't calling it the right thing. It's been referred to by quite a few things: anti-vibranium, anti-metal, Arctic vibranium. It's been called that. All that. What was it? I went, looked at the person's profile. I got it. Then you have another guy come off the top rope. Because I put in there, if it's not along the seams, you cannot cut nor puncture through it. Not true. Wolverine adamantium claws can cut through it. Why? Because you're a Wolverine fan? And you didn't want to research that or nothing. It just Theo, no, I'm gonna say it. If you a short, pudgy Asian dude and you see more of you in a Canadian dude than Silver Samurai, Sunfire, I low-key don't even know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. I mean, I get it, but I don't know what to say to you because you looking in the mirror and you not even seeing you. That's crazy. Speaking in the mirror and not seeing you, let's stay right there with the mirror. The man in the mirror. Did y'all know Michael Jackson was gonna buy Marvel Comics? I forget who sent me the link, but Dr. Umar Johnson, he said it. So you know I had to research it. I wasn't just gonna take that at face value. Michael was gonna buy Marvel. Oh, we don't talk about that. We talk about everything else, but we don't never talk about that. Why the hell not? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm gonna say it one more time. Don't you stop. I'm gonna say it. Bought Marvel Comics. Oh Lord Jesus. Damn. Mike, you was gonna buy Marvel Comics? Let me look up. Mike, you was gonna buy Marvel Comics, my guy? Because he likes Spider-Man. Spider-Man is his favorite character. It took me in a whole different direction. Hold on. If Google know Mike was gonna buy Marvel Comics, I'm assuming this before we got Miles Morales. We know why his last name is Morales, because they didn't have rights to the name Davis. Why his name ain't Miles Jackson? Named after Miles Davis and Michael Jackson. Oh, Lord. He wouldn't have been Latino then, though, huh? He'd have been full black then, though, right? we wouldn't be able to put no Puerto Rican flag up there at all. No. Maybe the Indiana State flag, but you wouldn't have been able to put no Puerto. Oh my God, Miles Jackson or Michael Davis. That's crazy. That's crazy. I heard my brother say, Daryl say he heard that a while ago. Yep, T'Challa would melt him if he. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Cyborg, but no T'Challa. Yeah, I'm like, ain't Cyborg mostly metal? Yes. I'll be looking at people like, and this is when me and Daryl have said, we say you can tell the folks who basically, and shout out once again Maxine Shaw for saying this. They're by and large, their experiences with the character are BET, the comic, the cartoon show, and Marvel comic. I'm gonna say in the MCU. When we talk about writers, not everybody read Ta-Nehisi Coates. We would like to think that, and very few have read Roxane Gay. No, that's what that is. Because if you hear them, you read what they say on social media. They got two that they constantly name dropping: Reginald Hudlin, Christopher Priest. That tell you, stay right. That tell you everything. They only mentioning two names: Christopher Priest and Reginald Hudlin. Anybody who's just mentioning those names, they really don't know as much about that character as they claim to know. You know why? Because they only got involved with the character when to them the character became popular, and that would have been the BET cartoon. The BET cartoon would have caught you either in middle school or high school. That would have pushed you to the comic book store. And if you didn't care for what was going on because your attention rate ain't that high as a kid, soon as you see something you don't think you like, you're no longer reading it. Your parents are giving you the money, go get the comic books. If they ain't giving you no money, you don't go get the books anymore. That's where the problem lies right there. That's where the problem lies right there. Way too many of us are right there in that moment. BET, Reginald Hudlin, Christopher Priest. And mind you, we're not that knowledgeable when it comes to Reginald Hudlin because all we by and large keep quoting is what happened in the Christopher Priest run. The only thing we know Reginald Hudlin did was did the cartoon. That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm gonna keep up with these all messages and everything like that. Make sure if you have not done so, Kamoya says, what idiot made that list? I know. If you have not done so, make sure you hit that like button, share the video. Yeah, we on our way to 1320. 1320. Can we hit 1320 and right? Make sure you subscribe because YouTube be saying subscription numbers be falling. And I don't know how subscription numbers falling when we keep dropping new content and everything like that. I would think the numbers just steadily rise. Numbers should never be falling off. So check your subscription. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube sometimes takes that away. And I believe that's exactly what's going on. I really, really do. Black Native Americans. Shout out to Kaiser Slevin. He was the one. I say I got it from him. Cognitive dissonance. I get it. I understand it. We deal with microaggression, micro racism on a daily basis. If you were here for me in our football live last night, Ben Smith came in and just for no reason, whatever reason, I don't know, wanted to type in the N word with the hard ER sound. So we deal with this. Unfortunately, you deal with it too much if you've gotten to be my age. It's at the point now where you don't get triggered. It's almost humorous at this particular point in time because the next races that calls you or racially insults you will just be the next racist. They won't be the first one. They'll just be the next one. Well, in being who we are, we say education is key. Education is key. And our identity. We don't know it like other people do. We don't know it like other ethnic groups do. And I can't say the word race because we know race is a man-made concept. So if you know race is a man-made concept, why keep using it? In America, by and large, we're the only country that keeps using that race. And we know it's man-made. Now, if you don't, and I'm stressing this, if you don't give two damns about what a white person says, why are you using the term they came up with to define you? It don't bother me. I don't despise white people. I don't despise anyone. But if you despise white people, if you cannot stand white people, if you cannot bear the ground that they walk on, how are you using a terminology they invented to describe you? Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong. Because that shouldn't even be possible. You should not want to own anything or call yourself anything that folks you cannot stand. You absolutely oppose, people you are disgusted by. You should not be answering to anything they ever named you. You shouldn't, especially when you know better. Now let's stay right here. Black Native American. I say this, I get crickets. And I know why I get the crickets, because you started regurgitating something somebody else said that's probably not as intelligent as you are. What is your native tongue? You a black Native American. What's your language? Because it's not English. You a black Native American. Thus, you were here way before the English settlers got here. That's what that is. Mind you, you're not black. That would make you red. But let's just stay right here. You're a person. You're a Native American. That's crazy because we actually already have that terminology out there. We just didn't attach a color to it. What's your native tongue? What's your native religion? Because Christianity was brought over here from Europe. That's not it. What's your native language? You cannot say Xhosa. You cannot say Swahili. That's from Africa. You say you are a Native American. Well, damn it, you ain't the second or third generation. No, you would probably be the fifth. Well, what is your native language? Did your grandmama tell it to you? Did your granddaddy tell it to you? No, they told you something else. But I'm gonna entertain this foolishness. What's your native language? Why you don't know it? Why aren't your children speaking it like Jesus speaks his native language from any country that's Latin, Spanish, if you will? Why your children don't know their native language like the Asian child does that's born in America? Because you say you're Native American. No, you're dumb and stupid as hell and easily emotionally manipulated. There's no way in hell you telling me you are a native black American and you don't even know who the hell you are and you 30, 40 something years of age. There's no way in hell. You ain't put the work in. And mind you, it's Native Americans in this country. They know their language, their native language. They still speak it. They know their native culture. They still practice it. What are you doing at your house to practice your native black ancestry? What are you doing? What language are you speaking? Because here's what I know. And we see it. In Kyrie Irving, both red and black. How are we doing that? Because what is Kyrie Irving's mother? Native American. What is his father? Black. Even with that right there, you're being foolish. All I don't now, mind you, all I did was ask you what your native language was. Don't say English. All I did was ask you what your native religion was. Don't say Christianity. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. No. And if you are a Native American, why is your last name English sounding? No. What's going on with the Choctaw, Cherokee, Black Bear? No, you got a European last name. How'd that happen? You know what? This was the right episode for King Cam to be over here. It really, really was. That's what it is. More of us need to go over there and get that damn knowledge. Because over here, Lord have mercy. We want to be everything but us, don't we? Meanwhile, everybody else want to be us. I'm gonna make Ben Smith famous on my live tomorrow. Uh-oh, Ben. Ben, you gonna be famous. Hey, Ben you gonna make you famous. Big brother say he gonna make you famous tomorrow. Gray said y'all told me about Don McGregor and I jumped on that. Great recommendation, Theo D. Yeah. I can speak on the Afro-Indigenous in America. It started with the 1910 census. There we go. We got Graham Adams dropping that knowledge. It's sad that is all they have. They refuse to deal with their internal trauma. And that is all it is. Let me see here. Keeping the party rolling because we are at 9:04. We started at 8 o'clock. We said we were going to be here for a good time, not for a long time. An hour and 4 minutes is where we are at. Where are we going to next? Oh, The fallacy of teacher bae and her clothing. So I seen this video. Shout out to all the beautiful women out there. Shout out to all the thick women that's out there. This video is for you. This part of the video is dedicated to you. So I seen teacher bae. I did. Teacher bae is thicker than a snicker. She is. I think us men need to come to teacher bae's defense because we've been men for a long time. Males, if you will. And so we're gonna say it like this. There ain't a damn thing teacher bae could wear to hide her shape. Let me say it like this. Women have been trying to hide their shape since they were teenagers. The first time a young lady started developing breasts and booty, she's been trying to hide her shape from everybody. Yeah. We remember, fellas, don't act like that. Grandma probably testified to it. You see the girls in the hallway walking with their books in front of their chest. You can't hide it. Dudes, young cats, we got the man, when it comes to the female figure, has X-ray vision. I don't give a damn what you got in front of you. I don't give a damn how bulky it is. I don't. I can see straight through that. I'm looking at your shape the way God gave it to you. Yeah, we seen girls that had a little jacket tied around their waist trying to have. You cannot hide that. You can't. When you built a certain type of way, there's not a damn thing you can do to hide it. You can't. When I looked at teacher bae, I was like, what type of skirt was she supposed to put on? It wasn't gonna matter. If her waist is yay small, I don't give a damn if she had on a business suit. It wasn't gonna matter. Her waist like that, hips like that, don't like that. It ain't gonna matter. I don't give a damn if she got a shirt buttoned all the way up to her neck. A D cup is a D cup is a D cup is a D cup. It don't matter. It don't matter. My daughter hit me up. She said, Dad, she hit me yesterday when I was in law school. Dad, I ain't really never had anything, a teacher that really, I didn't either. Of course, we look different than our parents did back then. Yeah, we look like parents right now. Kids would just jump on like, damn, your dad's sexy. Damn, your mom's sexy. We don't look like our mamas and daddies from back in the day. We look younger than them. Well, same thing. Teachers don't look like they used to when we was back in school. And you can't hide that. There's not, especially in this day and age, when you got women either going to the gym to improve what they got, or going to the doctor to improve what they got. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. There's nothing teacher bae can do except just go to school. The only thing you can do is just not give her a damn job, because that's gonna be what that's gonna. I don't get. Y'all ain't seen the nurses? Y'all ain't seen the pictures of the police officers? They got pictures online of women that are correctional officers. You ain't seen them? And we need to start acting like we're surprised. It's women that are locked up. And I don't know when in my lifetime we ever looked at women being locked up as I need to go holler at her. But no, you man, all right. Who teacher bae? Oh, the young lady that she can. I'm gonna send you the link, Grandma, when we get done this live. I'm gonna try and find it. But she had on a pink. She had on a khaki, a taupe colored skirt, soft material. She had on a white long sleeve shirt up to the collar. The thing is, Grandmadam, she not built like a pole. Like she got what she got. She can't hide that. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what she put on. The only way she can hide what she got to put on a tent. and have it start at her neck and just flare out. That's the only way it can be hidden. That's it. We had Miss Stevens. She looked like a fine, tall Thelma from Good Times. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yeah, I ain't never seen her. Thelma ain't never taught me in class, and that's what the young lady was shaped like, Grand Madam Tarot, Thelma. Just ain't nothing you can do with that. They either got it or they don't. I found that she's gorgeous. Why people complaining? I think they hating, Grand Madam. I think they hating, but they saying she dressed inappropriate. Now, damnest thing is I got dudes saying black men. And I'd be like, it'd be one of them things where I'd be like, bro, you know damn good and well she can't hide that. Well, you saying she dressed, well, she got on the same clothing that if you putting on what you would wear at the club, stop it. We've seen women go to church, got their whole church outfit on, got that big ass hat, got the two-piece suit with the skirt and everything like that. Right. What we see, they got the jacket on. Jacket might have some shoulder pads in it. Jacket stop at the waist. She got the matching skirt. The jacket stop at the waist. And what does the jacket do? It sits on the back. That little dip, that little curvature in her back, that's where her jacket cut off at. And we see that. And every brother knows the more that curve, that's the curve to the back right there. Boys, we need to stop acting like that. We didn't see women at church looking like Lord Jesus have mercy, and they dressed in church clothing. And you be like, now, you know what? Miss Jones, no, she wrong. She ain't right, but she ain't wrong either. Like Miss Jones, Lord, Miss Jones. Cause that no, a physically attractive woman is going Serena Williams. Serena Williams came out there in tennis and was wearing everything everybody else was wearing. It just looked wrong on her. Why? Because of her shape. So, yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Black men complaining about what women wear. I ignore. They're trying to control what they can't. Yeah, man, listen, I'm like this. I ain't see. This is what I would tell. This is what because my daughter, Crystalline, we dealt with this when she was going to school at Florida High. My 24-year-old is blessed. What would I say? And so when she was going to school at Florida High, she was getting a lot of attention. Now, her mother and I, and we weren't together at the time. We had broken up and everything like that. That's why I say co-parenting is absolutely possible. It stops being about you and it becomes about the child. As soon as the child comes into the world, it don't matter if y'all together or not. Make it about the child. We made it about our child. And so mom had got the call that the school was complaining about how, and we sent our daughter to school covered up. We obeyed the uniform regulations and everything like that. And so I had mom arrange a meeting with the school. And she and I came in. I was already on team. Because I knew what it was. Because of how our daughter was shaped, you were going to say she had to dress differently than everybody else. No, I stopped that. When I went in there, greeted everybody, and they tried to say their thing, I said, no. How about you make young men focus on what they're supposed to, their damn schoolwork? Because when they get out there in the real world, they're not going to be able to tell a young lady what she can and cannot wear. She's going to wear whatever the dress code is, just like our daughter does. And they cannot say, oh, she was too attractive for me to focus. Oh, no, they're going to either focus on their damn job or they're going to be broke and unemployed. So I suggest you do your damn job as teachers and make sure the students know how to focus on their damn education and not the damn alternate opposite sex in the classroom. No more problems with Florida High. No more issues in regards to what our daughter was wearing at the school. But I said all that to say this. An attractive woman is an attractive woman. And if you can be easily distracted from doing your damn job because of how a woman looks, maybe you don't need to be having a damn job. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Maybe because an attractive woman can only enhance my job scenery. That's never distraction. All she's doing is enhancing, keeping the party rolling. We're about on up out of here. Relationship content providers. This is our last topic. We're gonna get on up out of here. Where the fuck is your mate? Been seeing a lot of content lately. And first of all, I do recognize that 25 to 35, those numbers are growing and everything like that. I think that's the boatload of what I have here on this channel. We're gonna make some moves to be talking about relationship advice. But to those that are young, and when I say young, I'm talking 30s, 40s, and everything like that, 20s, who you getting your relationship advice from? I see a lot of content providers, influencers, and I gotta ask, what the hell are they influencing aside from you being lonely? Gender wars still being raised on social media. Folks being told, well, $30 for a lunch meal ain't good. Folks being told, well, if he don't do this, he don't care about you. Well, if she don't do that, she don't care about you. You know what I really don't see? I don't see these people talking with their significant other around them, access to them, showing in and about the cameras. And don't mention Derrick Jackson. I knew Derrick Jackson was a con act from day one. Why? I looked at how his wife was showing up in the videos. She wasn't matching his swag. He wasn't asking her to. He was allowing her to be camera fodder for women who would DM him later on and say, you deserve better than that. I would never represent you on camera like that. That's why he did it like that. And we saw how that played out. If you didn't know what the lick read when she was popping up with bonnets, while he all swole, fresh haircut and everything like that, oh no. Who you getting your relationship advice from? Do you want to be in a relationship? Because that's the question you need to be asked. Do you want to be in a successful, non-toxic relationship? Because damn near everybody that I see out here that's in the ether, relationship ether, they're telling you how to be in toxic relationship. You got the men essentially saying the man got to be in control. You got the woman saying you got the women saying the woman need to be in control. Do you not realize you're both sides, two different sides to the same coin? While you listening to everybody saying you got a lord over somebody. If the man is the head, the woman is the backbone. Watch this. What supports the head? The backbone. Let me say it one more time. If the man is the head and the woman is the backbone, who supports the head? The backbone. Where's the head going without the backbone? Nowhere. Where's the backbone going without the head? Nowhere. You need both. But we sit up here and we've allowed ourselves, I can't speak for anybody else, but I would just stay right here within my people, my African-American people, because that black is just a color. No. I'm going to stay right here with my African-American people. We sit up here and we let people tell us how to be divided as opposed to how to love. Where are you getting your relationship advice from? Are you getting your relationship advice from somebody that's been married for 10 years? Or are you getting your relationship advice from somebody who just been humping around for 10 years? Are you getting your relationship advice from somebody who knows what a successful relationship is like? Or are you just getting your relationship advice from somebody who can only tell you they never learned from their toxic relationships? Who you getting your relationship advice from? It's a fair question. Because a person that's in a successful relationship, you know what the first thing they're going to tell you? My relationship is my relationship. It's not your relationship. In essence, what works for me and mine is not subject to work for you and yours. If no one's telling you, these so-called relationship content provider, if they're not telling you date first, communicate first, you're just listening to somebody who wants your money first. Appreciate you, Big Bernie. Appreciate you. So we're going to, I don't want to say wage war, but we're going to be going over to doing our thing on TikTok. We're going to be doing our thing on Facebook. We're going to be warriors in regards to bringing the African American male and African American female back together again. We're going to get past this foolishness, this thing where we focusing on style as opposed to substance. Yes, I'm going to jump back in there. I think I got the look. I think I got the wisdom, and God knows I made enough mistakes. What say? One lesson I learned from my old staff sergeant: don't take advice from Luke at all. At all. Unless that person is gonna tell you, don't do what I did. Don't please learn from my mistakes. But let me see here. I'm keeping up with these notes. Grandmama says stack like pancakes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That's my question. Where are they mates? Not friends, sponsors. I be seeing them, grandmadam, and I be seeing them in town halls and everything like that. And I'm because if I'm doing a show on relationships, and I want to make sure we're doing. I know where I went left, made mistakes and everything. And if I could instill our community with some advice that we need to start practicing today. Date. We find somebody, Tyrone will see Michelle, right? Tyrone asks Michelle out on a date. Michelle say yes. Michelle ain't got nobody. Tyrone ain't got nobody. They go out on a date. They finna move like they in a relationship. Tyrone ain't going, if they say they had a good time with each other, Tyrone ain't gonna ask nobody else out on a date. Michelle ain't finna accept no other date. You're dating. This is when you sift through the rubble. This is when you're supposed to be finding out who folks are. You're supposed to be conversing. Before you start smashing, before you start having children, this is when you start talking to folks. Tyrone, if Tyrone understands dating like he should, Tyrone and went out with Michelle on Friday, Tiffany on Saturday, and Lisa on Sunday. They didn't did the same damn thing. Now, what Tyrone should be doing is trying to figure out which one he meshed with better. What the young lady should be doing, dating. And ladies, stop giving two damns about what men say in regards to, well, you seeing too many people. You see who works for you. You got a right to sift through the rubble too. So sift through the rubble, and two consenting adults are just that, two consenting adults. I would say stall out on it, because even though two consenting adults are two consenting adults, if someone got some good cookie and you ain't never had it, your nose wide open, I don't give a damn what your age is. If somebody got some good banana and you ain't never had nothing like that before, your nose wide open, I don't give a damn what your age is. So now you're not making decisions based off of knowledge. You making decisions based off of feelings. And that is where we go wrong at. So no, date. And the reason why I say that is because if I like you and you like me, you need to go to lunch, you need some lunch money, you understand what I give you is good. If you and I ain't really dated like we were supposed to, and you ask for some lunch money and I give you some lunch money, you subject to look at me and say, that ain't enough. And I'm gonna be looking at you like, what the hell you mean? Where you going? If you dating like you supposed to, there's never a problem taking her to the Cheesecake Factory. Do you know why? Because you'll know that the young lady you're taking actually appreciates the Cheesecake Factory. The young lady that feels like the Cheesecake Factory is not the appropriate place to date, She needs to be dating other men and figure out which one of them is going to take her someplace else. Start with coffee. Salute. Salute. Big Vernon says, one lesson I learned. He said, like this video. Kamoyo says exactly. I've been married 29 years, and the advice I give is check your ego and talk to each other. Facts. We're supposed to be fighting the issue, not fighting each other. Great knowledge, Kamoyo. Grand Madam says the black man and woman were separated with gender war in South Africa doing apartheid. So it's a ploy to break the family. Yeah, we full on with that one, Grand Madam. We're gonna wage war on that one ourselves. Here's the thing. And I just want folks to understand where we're at with it, where I'm at with it at the very least. There's not a damn thing you can say to turn me against the black woman or the black man, the African-American woman, the African-American man. There's not a damn thing you can say to make me feel any negativity towards my sisters and brothers across the water. Nothing. You're not going to get me to separate myself because you're not doing it. Yeah, I ain't stupid. Wait, not Luke Cage coffee, just regular coffee. No, I feel you. I feel you, Big Burner. I feel you. I feel you. Cheesecake Factory offers too many fried food. Listen, they got that. They got that red velvet cheesecake, Grandma. That is so wrong. A red velvet cheesecake. I don't know who came up with that concept, but whoever did it, first of all, you have my thanks. You really, really do. You got my thanks. That's all I can say is you got my thanks. Red velvet cheesecake. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord, you see me? I'm getting hot right now. Woo! Let me see what we got next. I think that's it, though. I think that's our show for this evening. I want to thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all could have been anywhere else but here, but y'all pulled up. Let me see here. I have to dash to the ladies' room after eating that grand madam. Ooh, Lord Jesus. That red velvet cheesecake. Lord have mercy. That thing up. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, that's our show. That's our show. But if we take away nothing else from tonight, I want to go back and revisit Shannon and Shannon Sharp and Ray. Hey, Ray. Linebacker. And I want to make sure, because you can be critical and folks don't, you can take constructive criticism the wrong way. If I had to say, as a diehard Steeler fan, the linebacker that playing flag football, the linebacker that stood out to me based on the position that I played was Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. And Ray, let me say this. There was a game that we were getting ready to play. And if those who are in the 850 area remember that game, played with the Wolfpack, Michael Foreman, they remember before the game. It was a playoff game. And another team felt some type of way. And I don't know if you could remember speeches that Ray Lewis gave to his team before they took the field. But to this day, you can ask folks that were there, the speech that I gave before that game, well, let's just say we beat their ass bad. And I was talking the whole game, starting at middle linebacker. If Shannon Sharp was talking when he went to Denver Broncos, oh, I was talking the whole game. I was mad the whole game. And I played like Ray Lewis the whole game, except for hitting folks. Well, Ray, you should have called Shannon. That's your brother. You should have called Shannon, and whatever y'all discussed should have stayed between two brothers. Daryl is my brother. I could disagree with Daryl every day on Sunday, twice on Tuesday. I could feel that he's getting ready to make a wrong move. The only person that's going to know that is Daryl, because that's my brother. That's my teammate right here in the Rock With Me Nation. And that ain't just him. That's all the brothers, sisters here in the Rock With Me Nation. We're teammates. We make this thing grow. That's what that is. And so if something happens in the future, because of that relationship, we're not going to make it public news. We're going to hit each other up. You know another word for teammates, Ray? It's family. That's another word for teammates. Family. And families don't air their dirty laundry. They don't. That said, that's it. I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Let me see, Grand Madam. I don't eat the day after Cheesecake Factory got a Big Bernie said nobody cares what Ray Lewis has to say. Hey, I wish he just would have kept that to himself. Or like I said, hit Shannon up over the phone. I think we don't know how much that means to a brother, for another brother to call you up on the phone and say, hey man, I'm just checking up on you. Hey man, I was worried about you. Hey man, you good? I see what you got going on. You should, like, as much as men as we talk about, we don't have that outlet. Damn it, we got to do better. We gotta do way better. I'm of the mindset like this. Here we go. Where was this conversation prior to? Watch where I go with this one. The conversation. Like I said, I respect Ray Lewis as a man of, he says he's a man of God. Respect. All I know is him playing on the football field. But where was this concern? If you and Shannon such brothers, and there's something out there saying when Ray was going through stuff, Shannon gave an impassioned speech and everything like that. Okay, well, when Shannon was if you feel like he was going off the rails, where's this where I put my arm around my brother? Not just say, well, no, man, I can't go down that road with you. No, as my brother Daryl say, Kamoyo say, push, pull. Push, pull. Not let me, oh, I'm so disappointed in him, I don't know what to do. No, bro, gotta do better than that. Gotta do better than that. Gotta do better. We need to start becoming the examples of leadership that we want to see. That's what we got to be, and that's the way I call it. That said, I am out. Thank y'all so much. We got King Cam. I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Hit that share button. Hit the share button. Hit it. Hit the share button. Check your subscription. See if you still subscribe, because I swear, I think folks be taking away subscription. Men like women should be checking on each other daily after age 50. Absolutely, absolutely. Grandma, y'all heard me say it. Men like women should be checking on each other. We are. And hey, my elder went ghost for a few days. Hey, you good? Brother got back from his trip with his classmates. Hey, all right now, we hadn't heard from you in a minute. And let folks know you're glad to hear from them. Like, there's nothing wrong with letting somebody know you're glad you heard their voice. You glad they inboxed you. You glad to hear from them. Let folks know, man. Let folks know. That goes back to what Chadwick Boseman said. That time run differently. When you looking at that clock, you know what quarter you in. I'm paraphrasing here. You know, time feels differently. Well, don't take your time for granted. Don't take your friends for granted. Do what you need to do. Reach out and let those know who you love. Let them know you love them. That said, we are definitely out of here. Thank y'all so much. This has been a great show. I really do appreciate this. Y'all make sure y'all do check out King Cam's Ujamba podcast. Check out Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor. Check out her lives and everything like that. We got the Kamoyo King, dropping Black Panther knowledge on his channel. We got my brother Flash by Night Marvel, always dropping Transformer and G.I. Joe content. And my brother Daryl, D Real. He has a live coming your way tomorrow night at 9:30. I think. It's football season. It's football season. And we're going to do what we're going to do in regards to Friday night. You know, we got the Friday night vibe. So until then, make sure you got your notifications on. This has been a blast. Share the Rock With Me Nation family of channels to everybody. We are definitely growing into the night. Well, I can't say growing into the 90s. Growing into the new millennium. That's what it is. That said, we out. In the meantime, in between time till next time, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, we do wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.